Good evening and salutations, my Beyond the Gates fans. So, I'm going to do this in a little bit of a out of order kind of review because I have a theory about the ending. Now, if you watched the episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you didn't watch it, so towards the end, it's a weird way to sit there and start off a review. But towards the end, Dana runs off Nicole's assistant. I don't know what her assistant's name is. I've been sitting there trying to look through Wikipedia and everything like that, and I can't find it. But the young one runs her assistant off the road, right? And I think the reason why she did that is that way her daughter, Eva, could sit there and be Nicole's new assistant. There's a bunch of theories on why, but I know it has something to do with um, Dana feeling like she was wronged by either Nicole or Nicole's family. That's just my guess on why she ran her off the road. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, up until this point, I was just like, so where we left off. Where we last left off was Danny coming in there with a golf club and just start knocking shit around. And at this point, Bill and his assistants, whatever, comes in there and pretty much tells everyone to just leave the room, let us sit there and talk, right? So everyone leaves, including Haley, which I'm going to be honest, what the hell? Okay, what was the point of you actually being in that damn room? What was you going to do? I mean, listen, that woman is fine like wine, but like, what was you planning on doing? So anyway, she leaves and they talk. And at first it's just smart little comments or whatever. She slaps him and everything like that. And then they get down to why she was there. And man, I gotta sit there and tell you, this conversation just see. Here's the thing, Danny is just like, how could you sit there and do this? How could you sit there and rip our family apart? And you can tell that behind all that anger, there's a hell of a lot of hurt. And Bill pretty much is like, listen, it happens. We people fall out of love, but before he even said that, he was like, I fell in love with her. You understand how hurtful that is to sit there and say to somebody who's been married to you since 19. Here's the thing, I usually don't give a lot of grace towards, you know, marriages fall apart all the time, right? And I guess it's maybe the way that Danny explains how that marriage is. Like, I can't imagine being married to somebody like a quarter of your life. Even when she was like, I knew that you were cheating before and I kind of just let it slide or whatever because, I thought that's what you needed and everything. And I mean, he does explain his side. He's like, listen, I needed more and, I just wasn't happy and stuff. And, he's not snipped. He's like, I'm not snipped trying to hurt you or anything like that. I'm not trying to make this more painful, but, it's about what I need. And God damn it, even as a man, I'm just like, I'm like, bro, I get what you're saying, but like, maybe it's just coming across as more easier for him because he was clearly the more unhappier one and he's clearly already moved on. So, the audience is going to not just sympathize with her because, let's be honest, she's the woman, but because she's still going through it, you know? But his reasons, she's like, listen, you can choose to live anywhere. Hell, you was living somewhere else for a while. So why the hell did you come back here for? Why come back here to my community? Which, to be fair, I'm like, sis, this ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't own the goddamn planet. I understand that her family helped founded the community and everything like that, but like, Like, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And she does sit there and say, hey, listen, you wouldn't be anywhere. You wouldn't be where you are now if it wasn't for me and my family. And of course, he just then tries to scoff it off, like, oh, well, I would have been here, out the way, just would have been through a different path. I'm like, bro, that's probably talking. I mean, if you're going to sit there and be real, you did get there because of her family. And, one could sit there and argue that you kind of stayed there for a hot minute. You stuck it out, not necessarily because you loved her, but because you loved what her family provided for you. Anyway, they said some words, and pretty much, long story short, he's like, yo, listen, you slap me or whatever, it's fine. I could just brush it off. It's not a big deal. But you're not going to be sitting there putting hands on her. That's what we're not going to be doing. Um, so you have that going on. Andrew, which maybe it's a little bit of a pet peeve, but why is there no W in his last name? I don't really understand that. Anyway, I read through the, Wikipedia or whatever, but he pretty much explains, like, his Nicole and her family really helped him out. His parents just in a plane crashed, and he was just going through a very dark time. He is a photographer, and he's able to sit there and travel the world because, well, his parents left him a great inheritance. So he's able to sit there and do all this sorts of stuff or whatever. But he also does give back to charity. Kind of squeaky clean, kind of boring in a sense, but I have a feeling that this guy is going to be a very messy character. Judging for some of the previews and stuff like that, he seemed like he's going to get into some stuff. So while on paper and on this episode, he seemed like he was more of, you know, a good person or whatever, I feel like he's going to be a little more messier later down the line. Um, Naomi and Chelsea. Chelsea does come across as a bit vapid on some levels, but she does still love her mother. Um, she wants to sit there and start her own thing with the hell is her name? Kat. She wants to start her own thing with Kat, but the timing sucks, right? The timing sucks because her mom, got her into modeling. It got her following and stuff like that. So she's not ungrateful, but she wants to sit there and kind of do her own thing and build something that's hers, not something that her mom really kind of did or whatever. And Naomi pretty much is like, you're just gonna have to sit there and find a way to do it. I know it sucks right now, and you know how Mom Dukes can sit there and be kind of hell, but you got to sit there and find a way to make it work. Now, Naomi is pissed at Bill for the way that he treated her mother over the years, and especially what he's doing now. Because I mean, let's be honest, that is out of pocket. You sit there and you say that you're sorry, you didn't mean to hurt her, but at the same time, you are getting married in her community. I hate when they're saying that because I don't feel like that shit is hers. But like you're getting married in an area where she lives. So that's not just hurtful, but that's also hell of embarrassing. You know? Um, and she just doesn't like it. And you can tell that Chelsea doesn't like it either. She said that before that. She doesn't like what her dad is doing and stuff like that. But she's a little bit indifferent because at the end of the day, that's still her father. That there's still love there. She might not like what she's doing, but and so the way that she's navigating her conversation with her sister, she's trying not to defend her father, but at the same time, she's like hate, like disown, like you never ever forgive him. Like that's kind of going a little bit too far to some extent. But she kind of walks off, and you can tell it's like walking on eggshells at that particular part. Now, Anita and Vernon got to sit there and call a family meeting. They got to call a family meeting because they gotta sit there and let the family know we're gonna go to this wedding. They want to do that because whatever Bill has over the family is going to affect Martin. The whole thing is about protecting Martin. Protecting him from what? God only knows. Whatever it is affecting Martin's life as far as his dreams and every stuff, dreams and everything like that. And it's bad enough where he can't even sit there and tell his husband. So they call the family gathering, and everyone's there, including Danny and everything. And long story short, Vernon and Annette is like, we going to this wedding. You know, we're gonna go there. We're gonna make them as uncomfortable as possible. We're gonna sit there and give them the death stares and everything like that. But we're going. Now she says under the jest of with Dupree, we don't sit there and run away. We don't sit there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go there. We're gonna stand there united against this wedding. As a powerful family. Danny's like, yeah, I'm going to Paris, and I no. It's like, you can disown me, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. I ain't doing it. But Vernon's able to sit there and talk her into it, and Vernon doesn't like it either. But it's like, we're gonna have to sit there and play ball right now. So she agrees to go. Her daughter's not there supportive of her. Now there's also this little subplot with Vanessa and some dude that is a fan of hers or whatever, and apparently I guess they were supposed to meet up or whatever because she's dressed in this weird way where it's like she doesn't want people to know who she is, and whoever this guy is hitting on her. Now she is a married woman, and when Danny gets there, Danny's like, that's not Doug. Eventually she makes him some sort of story and he leaves or whatever, and Doug is into something shady. I don't know what it is, but he's in a car with another guy, and it seems like he's paying him off with something. Um, but it didn't really go anywhere. I know it's gonna go more further down the line, but I don't know what the hell is going on. Um, at least that's from what I understand. And just to kind of go back to Naomi for a minute, she is also a lawyer, and I feel that she got into law because of that. So while there's resentment and I don't want to say full blown hatred, there's still a part of um, him that does love her that does love him. And hell, when Haley does get back, is talking to Bill, one of the things she does sit there and say is, I miss my friendship with Naomi. She was my best friend or whatever, and I really do miss that. And I'm pretty sure you do miss your connection with your daughter. So, when you sit there and you think about this whole thing, there's hella selfishness that does come from both of them, right? Like, you chose this. How do I even sit there and say this shit? Because first of all, you are marrying somebody that is your daughter's best friend. Okay, so even if we did get away from the age gap dating, just how messed up is that, right? And Haley talks about how she misses Naomi. She misses her friendship, but you don't miss it though, because you chose her dad over your friendship. Like how messed up is that when you sit there and you really think about that? So like they're both hella selfish. I'm gonna be honest. Um, I just wish that Haley wasn't so mousy. Like she wasn't so ready to kowtow to Danny. And she comes across as a dingbat. Literally in the other episode before, she's like, well, can't we just sit there and find a way for us to work it out and stuff like that? And, for us to be friends and at least cordial or whatever. And I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? I remember this chick is supposed to be like a paralegal. I'm pretty sure that paralegals are smart. Okay, they have to know just as much about the law and stuff like that as a damn lawyer. And you're sitting there telling me on that level that she's still just that stupid? Like, seriously? Now, I didn't mention Ted in this episode because he really didn't do anything. So, but he was there, and it's Mekhi Phifer. So, thank you, to Quiet Guy and somebody else who actually said that. But that's who he does remind me of. That's who Ted does remind me of. I mean, I feel like they could be brothers at this point. Anyway, if I missed anything, write in the comment section below. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all 5 of the shows, which is Beyond the Gates, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. Yeah, it's going to take a bit to get used to. So, what I want people to start doing, okay? What I want people to start doing is to share some of these some of these Beyond the Gates reviews, because I feel like this show is hella important. I feel like this show is hella important for so many goddamn reasons. I almost feel like I need to do a separate video on it. I'm not going to make this video too long, but I feel like I need to make a video on just the importance of why this show needs to be supported. Okay? And if I'm going to be honest, just on another note, before I go, it is hella weird to watch Beyond the Gates and then watch General Hospital. Like it's super weird. I don't know. I feel like the tone for Beyond the Gates is a little different than some of the other soap operas because yes, it is still a soap opera in a sense, right? It's still a soap opera, but it also feels like a drama. And I guess that kind of reminds me of Hollyoaks, how it is still technically a soap opera, but it also plays off as a drama. Um, but I do think that this show is very important. So yes, definitely share this video. Share this video, share the Beyond the Gates videos. I do plan on coming up with another video at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it today. If I'm not too if I'm not too drunk, maybe I could do it tonight. If I end the stream a little bit earlier. I do have to work the next day. But it's just right now, let's just sit there and say there is very important reasons of why this show needs to be supported. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. And yeah, also, if you know the name of the assistant that got ran off the road by Dana, let me know. Because it almost feels like I feel like I need to sit there and find like an actual website that does have all of their names. Hell, I almost forgot about Kat, and that's another character. I guess that's the cousin of Haley and Naomi, and it's the woman that Chelsea wants to sit there and get involved with as far as whatever new business venture that they got going on. All right, I'll see you on the next video.